What's up, everybody? Welcome to the pod. I'm your host, Diehard M, here with you, episode 14 of SUPForce Live. Happy to have you all here. Thank you all for coming out and supporting this podcast. We do it because of you all out there. You all want to hear what people have to say. I'm here to bring it to you. Let the people have a platform to talk about. Let you get to know your members of SUPForce, your family members, and, just have a good time, because that's what we're here and that's what we're all about, is having a good time. And we are all family here. I wanted to let everybody know, if you're not familiar with SUPForce and you're a first-time visitor of the pod, SUPForce is a multi-platform streaming content creating community. We support you no matter what platform you are, whether you're on DLive, whether you're on that bad Team Purple of Twitch, Mixer, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you're a makeup artist. No matter where you're at, we'll be there to support you. You can easily join us. All you have to do is go to supportforce.co, supportforce.ca, supportforce.info. Go to the website, read about us first, see if we're a fit, see if you like what we are about, and click the join now to join our Discord server and, just hop into the fun. If you really just want to jump into the Discord server, by all means you can. You can go to discord.gg/SUPForce. And that is a direct link, a direct invite link into our server. And we would love to have you. We are growing at an exponential rate. It is amazing, the growth we're having, and it's a really good time in there. If you're looking for a very active server where it's not dead and people are just crickets when you say, hey, good morning, it's not like that at all. Make sure you come out and join the SUPForce. Remember, #support the support. Well, for the reason we are all here tonight, we are honoring our featured creator, our director of community engagement, our Instagram model, the one, the only, RabbleRods.
And we're here. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
How are you today, sir?
Tired and nervous and excited all at the same time.
Now, if you remember back, what was it? We're on episode 14 right now, so it was probably about 7 weeks ago, where the roles were reversed, and you were interviewing me, and I was
this.
Yeah, and I was over there.
Right.
Yeah.
This way? That way.
But now we're here to honor you, my friend, for the work, the hard work you put into your stream, the hard work that you've put into SUPForce, the hard work you've put into the old 1-800-BITCH-TO-RABS in DMs if you haven't already. Make sure you hit him up in DMs if you have a bitch about something. Whether you're in SUPForce or not, hit him up in Discord, in his DMs. He'll be happy to help you out and just listen and then tell you you're full of shit and get the hell out. No, I'm just playing. He is a great listener. He is a great listener. A great listener. So,
talked you down a couple times there, big guy.
Just a few. Just use. See,
if we use your hand and my hand, wait, it's this way, right? On this?
Yeah. Well, no,
the other way.
Other way. There you go. Yeah, that's right.
I'm used to the old one.
Right. No, but we're happy to have you. We're happy that you're the featured creator for the next 2 weeks. It is awesome to have you on here. You're always a joy to talk to. You are, you never have, well, wait, that's a double negative. You always have something to say and not afraid to say it either, which we all appreciate too. The honesty that flows through the mouth of Rabs, the mouth of Babs, no, the mouth of Babes, the mouth of Rabs. We love you for it and appreciate everything that you do for the community. So let's give you a few minutes here to talk about yourself, which, I know you don't really do that often. You really don't, honestly. But tell the people about yourself, how you got started and how you came about with SUPForce.
Well, a little bit of background to me. I was a mechanic for years. I went into sales. That was horrible. I'm good at it, just a lot of time consuming. I've got 2 kids, as many, we've got mini Rabs, Alistair, and then little butt cheeks, who is Belle, our daughter. and they appear on live streams and videos and things like that. So just kind of the hustle and bustle of being gone 60 hours a week wasn't really cutting it anymore. So after a long year, which we can get into at some point, I am now full-time with you guys and full-time streaming and content creating and doing all this stuff. Started on Twitch. Wasn't a big fan. Growth was good. It was whatever. Switched to D Live after many months of this guy hounding me to switch and make the move and do all this. And now I'm Team Yellow, and I love it. You know, I have no harshness for people who use Twitch or anything like that, even though Rose, you specifically, and Spectre, and all your little peeps there give me a bunch of shiz all the time, but still mad love. But in terms of me, I just like to play whatever, man. I'm not a AAA guy. I don't do any of that stuff. It's not, you know, I'm not a Call of Duty, Apex, Fortnite. I don't even know, whatever other ones are out. I don't even know, to be honest with you, because I avoid all of that.
Yeah.
There's 500,000 people playing that crap. You don't need to see me do it. But I mean, that's about it. I was a wrench turner and a blue collar guy, and decided to make this venture. And now I'm turning 30 this year, and things are on the up and up.
No.
On a side note, this shirt's a little tight, guys. Somebody could have warned me someone could have told me ahead of time, but it's all right. It's like a second skin.
I think it looks amazing.
Well, I appreciate you.
Well, we know that, you know, you're a man of many games, as we'll say. You like to play the odd and the often, like you said, the not AAA, but the low tier games, meaning not because they're bad, just because they're not, you know, your EA Sports or your Bethesda or anything like that. I want to ask you a question though, because I was streaming the same time you were last night. What was that game you were playing last night where it was a T-Rex just basically going through and just wrecking shit?
So Wednesdays we play Weird Game Wednesdays. It's been a thing for a long time. It dropped off, it came back. But last night we were playing Roar. It's Roar with 2 R's at the end and an exclamation point. D Live didn't have a category for it. Clutch didn't have a category for it. So uploading has been a super fun time so far. It's been a blast. But this game is like $2. And it's like an arcade runner style. Just mash the button, go through all the stuff, fight a boss. Mash the button, go through a bunch of stuff, fight a boss. And we got to the end last night. I ended up ending like a half hour early. We got to the end and I'm like, man, I don't even know how to beat this guy. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to look it up, see if there's a way. We died a couple times. And it was super annoying and frustrating. And it turns out that the last boss is meant to be beat with up to 4 people. You need at least 3, but 4 is recommended. We ain't doing that. So that's where that lied. But I had a blast. It was great. It was you're a T-Rex and aliens come down and they're squids, and
right.
You can dress them up however you want. It's a fun time.
That's awesome. Well, since we're getting to know you here now, because you were on the very first pod with all the founders and that, our very first one, our very first informational one.
Oh my God, that was forever ago.
Yeah, it was. I mean, 14 weeks ago.
Longer than that, because we've taken some weeks off.
Yeah. Actually, it's probably about we've taken 2 or 3 weeks off.
I think it's been a total of 3 throughout the course of it.
Right. So, because there's one where I was sick and that, but we never really got to know you and got to ask about you. So, why don't you talk about your when you first started playing video games? Like, what was your first dive into actual video games?
All right. So my first technical dive would be the original Doom. And anybody who's been around for those kind of streams knows that we talk about it all the time. I used to sit on my dad's lap, and I was the space bar, and that's all I could touch. And that was it. Those were the rules. If I'm gonna play, only touch the space bar. And so that's what I did. And we played Doom all the way through. There was a couple other games similar to the Doom style that my dad had, where I could literally push one button and not destroy his entire gaming career. Because my dad was a big time gamer. And all that. He was a turbo nerd before turbo nerds were a thing. He did Magic the Gathering at the mall and all that crap. But if we want to go into where I sat down by myself, they bought me a computer originally at a garage sale, and it didn't have Windows. It had these 4 cubes. I don't even know what it was, and it was documents, games, settings, and like the one bright of DOS. And so we would play Wacky Wheels on the keyboard, and it was like, if anybody knows what Wacky Wheels is, it's probably way before a lot of people in here's time. You were like animals on Go. It's like Mario Kart, but you were little animals and you fired hedgehogs at other animals. It was a weird concept. Yeah, but Wacky Wheels is where I started solo gaming, and then my first console was a Sega Genesis. $20 at garage sale in a box.
Nice. That's awesome. What? How? You said you sat there and just sat on your dad's lap, and you're the only allowed to hit the space bar. Was your dad big into games?
Oh yeah. So before like hotshot PCs were like a thing, we had a PC like cabinet that opened up like an armoire.
Right.
And that was like you don't touch that, you don't do anything with that.
Right.
He had there was an old Magic the Gathering game he used to play where like your little character would like run around little dungeons and you would run into stuff and then you'd have to battle it and get to the end of it to unlock different cards and different stuff like that. Doom was a big one. He got into Diablo, Baldur's Gate, however you want to say it. And then we eventually evolved into like where 3-dimensional gaming was like a thing. And we got into Crusaders of Might and Magic.
Okay.
There was like 4 or 5 different games there. And then he made the jump to console with me when we jumped to N64.
Right.
And that's when he started console gaming with me. And we would play like WWE and Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap and all that crap. So he was the gamer. Okay. And that's what we did.
That's awesome. Because like I said this, we talked about this during my interview, is that, some of my favorite memories was, playing with my dad and that, playing Bases Loaded on the original Nintendo system. And, when you finally got to beat the old man, you're just like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
See, all I had to do is wait for technology to catch up with him. And then I was like, hey, here's an Xbox. Here's this controller with 4,000 buttons. Go ahead, man. Let's do this. We're going to play Halo.
Have
fun.
Got
smoked.
Let's show me what you got, old man.
Yeah, exactly. And he didn't have it anymore. But I will say, if we were to go back to those games that he was playing originally, he would toast me almost immediately.
Right. So we talked a little bit about, we talked about your dad and then your first foray into gaming. What was the first time that because you started on YouTube, right? With streaming.
No,
I thought you started
I started on Twitch.
Oh,
dude, if you don't know the ancestral story of Rabs, man, I started on Twitch with no cam, a headset mic, 2 viewers who were usually people I was playing with, and it was all bad. It was fucking bad. And if you want to know how bad it is, on the YouTube channel, the original videos that are on YouTube are VODs downloaded and edited, so you can get the audio quality that was just so finely tuned. Oh.
So what made you get into streaming itself?
All right. So I had watched a lot of YouTube gamers. I've been watching Slipgator since before I had kids. He was a huge influence on me and still is. He's like, how everybody's like, oh, they want to meet that one guy.
Right.
That's my dude. I would love to meet Slip and just I have a beer or a coffee or even a high five. Doesn't matter. He's so great at engaging in like watching his YouTube feels like you're watching a live stream. Like just the way he talks to the camera, or he doesn't even have a camera. Just the way he talks to you feels like you're there, and it's really enjoyable. So I started watching that, and then a famous YouTuber bought my parents' house. We're not going to get into all that. And I never really met him or anything like that. It was, it was nothing like that. It was all through legal systems and stuff like that, but it's cool to know. And then my mom kind of was like, hey, this YouTuber bought our house or whatever. So I ended up looking him up and I'm like, oh, all right, whatever. And we got talking, me and 1212, who, my lovely wife, Sam, who does a lot for everybody as well as myself and keeps me well under sane because, sometimes I get on edge. And she was like, you should do this. Thanks, buddy. She's like, you should do this. You can do it. Let's do it. I got full faith. And I started out in a picture, I believe is on my Instagram now, of what my setup looked like when I started to where it is now. We're talking when everybody was griping at Rabs for not having a cam, and I went and bought a Connect. You know how hard it is to track down a effing Connect?
Oh, yeah.
By the way, in 2019, impossible. So we tracked one down, bought this thing, plugged it in. It had like a 1.5 second latency. It was great.
Right.
Solid. It looked like a samurai movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So I had a cam and everybody's like, oh my God, there's Rabs. Now that Connect was sitting on a toilet paper holder. The Xbox was pulled out of the entertainment stand, laying on the floor next to a laptop that I used to do all my like social stuff to like put it out there to nobody.
Right.
And run big cables everywhere. It was a disaster. It was a hot mess. And then I would like use said laptop to download the VODs and like try to do a little bit of something to get my name out there. And I was tanking hard. So
I'm trying to look for your picture right now.
Is it up there? I can't remember if I put it on IG or not. I thought I did. I don't know. Do you want me to look?
Let's see. Was it this?
If it's really bad with my feet in the picture, then yep, that's it.
There we go. Okay, so this is the Rabble family. Mine is Alistair in the picture.
He's in the sound quality, though. If you listen, in the very beginning, he gives a squeal. He would not sit there. This was like take number 4.
And that's Bud Sheik's dream house.
Can I say this is one of my favorite pictures I've ever posted.
Because of the quality that you put together on this?
Oh, my God. That thing was such a pain in the ass to build. But no, it was actually because it's from all of you guys. That's what made it the best. That you were able to do that for her.
When a little girl says she wants a Barbie dream house, you get her a Barbie dream house.
You guys are awesome.
So then,
still to this day, by the way, still to this day.
That's good.
Buying accessories and it's now an investment. I'm gonna live in that house someday.
But here we go, saying
the panini.
Rab's just making your panini for you with I always tell him in this picture too. You can see the goosebumps.
Yeah, it's on his arm. Bro, I'm in New York. It's freaking freezing here all the time. We get like 2 weeks of nice weather.
And I said, this is the one where he looks like he got caught doing something naughty.
Yeah, and I don't like this picture. I don't.
Because this is what he was saying, QP, about the giraffe neck.
Yeah, QP, this is where I feel like the giraffe. I can't. Trev, you do have those pics, but I'm sorry. See, this is why I can't have the chat open. Because I want to talk to him. Force a streamer habit. Guys, go over there.
But this is the one that got retweet or reposted by the actual, was it Mayano company?
I would assume that's how you say. I don't know. It's cheap. That thing's like $56, man. Sounds great, and it picks up on my rasp really well, which is what I prefer.
Hell yeah! And then look at that. Look at that body.
Oh God, I'm glad I don't have anything hanging out of that belly button right there. That would have been rough. But this one here, even the numbers don't lie. 42 versus 36. This is everybody's favorite. This is the one. It's the one everybody wants.
Whew. Steamy.
Oh, apparently 47. I never even.
Yeah, there you go.
That one's jumped a few.
This is technically 48 because it says like by SUPForce and 47 others.
It's true. I don't do math. Anybody who knows me knows I don't do math. You guys all know I don't do math. And if I do, it's not right. And then 55 on the first one. That's 56.
Yeah.
56 on the first one. That was numero uno, though. So that's, that always seems to do the best on anything. Now, if you go back to the Instagram and out of this, if you click the top left-hand picture there, yep, I actually wrapped my Secret Santa's gift for when I was working in the pictures for them.
That's absolutely amazing. Great. That is amazing, dude. Oh, let's just do that. Make sure I boost that.
Oh, yeah, make sure you boost that. 25% boost, by the way,
25%. Yeah, make sure you go to his Instagram page. You can see it right here. If you go there and like his photos or actually comment on them, you get a 25% boost.
Yeah, additional.
And again, this is what Rebel was talking about is our Monday night game nights.
Oh, no.
With where you hit the links, the four of us, myself, QP, Rabs, and Dr. Openscene. We have a great time. And you could just hear us bag on each other, and yeah.
That's pretty much all it is.
Get to listen to the giraffe.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to know what sound a giraffe makes, just show up on a Monday night. It never stops.
It's true, though. It never does stop. It never does stop. So, and this is the game he was playing last night, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, God. There's a T-Rex beating up a Sphinx that's covered in a squid.
Wanted to know what it looked like, baby. When
Look at the controller. I wanted to do controller cam. Yeah, that's about all the extent of my life. Yeah, oh yeah, buddy. It's a great time. Rabble.
Oh man. So, you're talking about your gaming and that. I want to talk to you now about SUPForce and what brought you into the fold and how you came about with the other founders. Like, I know we all know that you guys kind of were around other communities together, but what brought you in with the rest of them?
Well, we were, like you said, in other communities together, and to be honest with you, I can't even tell you how the conversation started. It's a moment. It's been overswept by everything that's happened with this community that I was talking about the other night. I know I was like 2 weeks late to the bandwagon, though. I do know that. Those guys. But no, I don't know, man. I wish I could tell you guys like some epic story about how I got involved in this and everything. But I was just, anybody who's known me through the past communities, I was always heavily active. Same way I am here, where it's, my color's cyan, so you notice it a little bit more. But I'm mostly throughout the day, I'm there all day. And if I'm not, I'm at least reading. And I was the same way in other communities. So they pulled me in as, I was just an active guy, and I enjoyed talking to people, and people enjoyed talking to me for some reason. I'll never figure that out. God bless all of you.
You're a great listener.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys get a word in edgewise. But no, that's on the grand scheme of things. I was just brought in as an active guy, and that's pretty much it. I've got some business knowledge, and I've got some of this and that, and it all kind of plays really well together with what everybody else was good at. And I just kind of filled all the holes that needed to be filled where they needed to be.
Man, you're great. You're great at filling holes.
That's, hey, it's just saying.
It just means you're 2 for 2.
That's right. Hey, that means I'm good. None of it is nothing. We're not getting into it. It's going to go on YouTube. It's going to show up 10 years from now. Yeah, no, we're not getting into this.
When you're running for city council. And
Save it for Monday.
So what was it that when you were there and, you're talking about, filling the holes here and there and making sure everything comes together. What was your part that you wanted to see out of SUPForce? Like, I know all the founders had everybody had the big umbrella about what they wanted in that from SUPForce. Everybody can generalize it and everything. But for you specifically, what was it that you were like, yes, we need this because I see blank that needs to happen?
So the biggest thing for me, and this is going to sound super weird, it actually has nothing to do with streaming at all or any of that. Every community we were in, you never talk to a founder. You never really talk to a staff member unless you were getting in trouble for something, right?
Yeah.
Every community I've ever been in is like that. We're not like that. I can guarantee you right now, everybody knows our entire staff team.
Yep.
And that's great. Whether you know what they do exactly is whatever. I don't care about that. But the fact that if you need help, someone is there. If you want to talk to somebody, we're there. And that's what I wanted to see. The biggest thing out of anything is that there's some servers and a server that I was the number 3 slot in as far as activity level and experience wise. I never talked to the founder. And I never had a conversation with him.
And honestly, I never thought of it that way until you just said it, because I was just sitting here going back in all the different communities that I've been in and that. And you're right, you don't get to talk to any of the founders, any of the high level people. And if you're not in SUPForce, and this goes for everybody, if you're not in SUPForce being able to speak with a staff member just on the regular, just in general chat and everything, then you're not being active in SUPForce. You're just not. Because we're all around everywhere. All the channels. I even popped my head into the powder room, which some people, people don't know about if you don't have the makeup artist role in that. But, you know, I even pop my head in there and talk with people because you're right. It's important for people to see us and to be able to speak to everybody.
I never wanted us to come across as like an entity or like, who are those guys and what are they doing with everything? It's no, here, listen, here's what we're doing. What it is, man. I'm not here to hide anything. And a lot of you, you know, if you come to me with something, we're going to talk about it. There's certain things, obviously, we can't talk about just for restrictions and things like that with TOS and whatever else. But there is things that we can talk about. We're very open about it. There's no reason not to be.
Right.
It's one of the things that really turned me off to a lot of other communities. That kind of made me want to jump ship on a lot of them, because and when you did hear from people, it was never like positive.
Right.
I felt like that was awful.
Well, what's interesting when you say that too is like all these other communities talk about how they're a family and we're all a family here. We're all a family. Okay. Well, family doesn't mean, I mean, if your family is where dad goes in the office and you don't get to see him at all or anything, then yeah, I guess it's that kind of family, but that's not what we're about. We're about equality. We're about everybody coming together as a community and as a family. And it's what we've strived to be. And I think that, you know, anybody who's in here in Support Force and actually puts forth the effort, they know that. The people that come in and they're expecting like, you know, nothing against them, but like Royale streamers where it's, you know, follow for follow, lurk for lurk, and that's not what it's about. It's not at all. Because anybody can tell you, anybody who actually streams will tell you, including the two of us here, that networking is key to anything in streaming. If you can't network, then don't bother streaming.
And networking isn't link dumping.
No.
That's like one of the worst things I see is just people dumping links all over the place, and it's gross.
Crown.
Oh, I'm not looking at the chat, so I don't even know what's going on.
Crown says my family locked me in the basement and only gave me lotion to wash my body.
Oh, dude, didn't know we were brothers.
It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
But you talk about putting forth the effort and things, and it's a lot of people get disgruntled sometimes with this and that and the other thing. Trust me, my DMs are full of it. I won't give anybody's name out, of course, or anything like that. You can talk to me in confidence, and we try to resolve a lot of issues that we see and that we have and things like that. But the biggest thing I can say, guys, is everybody's content isn't for everybody. That's why follow for follow is broken AF, as the kids say. Things like that, right? Is that what kids say? AF?
Yeah.
F? F?
Yeah.
Do you say it as one word or two?
AF.
AF. All right. So what I would say is, and this goes for me, you know, pop into people in the community streams, talk to them, get to know that person. If it's somebody you're going to enjoy watching, then stick around. If it's not, don't force yourself to do something you don't want to do.
Right.
That's the grossest thing. And I'll tell you, my content is definitely 100% not for everybody. People who are like, I want to see people play a game that are really good at it, you should probably never come to my channel. However, if you want to see a bunch of dumb shit happening all the time, that's pretty much what it is. And
talking mad shit.
Yeah, and talking mad shit. And that's all it is like I look at, you know, people who watch for gameplay, people who watch for the entertainment value, people who watch for a little bit of both. And there's a different inner working for each one. And that's, you know, don't count anybody out, but just because you like, don't feel obligated to follow somebody. Don't feel obligated to do that. That's not how it's going to work either. You're never going to get to the top if you're constantly abiding ever. And that goes for life too. If you're constantly trying to be the best for everybody under the sun, you'll end up being the worst.
Exactly. You need to be happy. You need to be happy for with yourself more so than anything, because if you're happy, and it'll come through on the stream, and people will be naturally attracted to that aspect of your stream, is to see. Yeah. I mean,
naturally attracted to
you look at that cut, that well cut man.
Look, my shirt is wrinkled from my wrinkles.
Oh my gosh! You should talk to the guy who does the laundry over there. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that guy sucks. Let me tell you, stays in a bin, and then we fold it on stream.
I think he worries about bitching on stream more so than folding the laundry.
A little bit.
Oh man. So what is, we got a lot of good things going on right now. Obviously you're the future creator. What are some of the future things that you're excited about for Support Force?
Oh geez, if I gave away all the secrets, man, I can't be doing that.
You can give a broad general overview of stuff that's coming.
I'm excited for the next announcement that I've been working on with QP, and it's something that's hopefully going to pull our community in a little bit more, and hopefully get some people involved that aren't really involved yet. You'll hear about that. That's the 24th. So just keep that in mind. The 24th. That's a day you want to be.
Breaking news. The
24th, that announcement is going to come out, guys. It's something that's going to be super fun. At least I think it is. Based on what I've heard from the community and stuff, it's going to be a fun time. Things we're looking at future down the road is
that going to be during Gulfstream?
Huh?
Are you going to announce
No,
it?
it's good. No, I'm not announcing it during Gulfstream.
Oh, that would have been cool.
What do you? I think we're talking about two different things.
No, you said you're doing an announcement on the 24th, and that's Monday.
Yeah, I know. It's just going out Monday during the day.
Yeah, I'm just saying it would have been cool to do it on the stream.
Oh, I could. But Jesus, I'm not going to pack 462 people in there. We got 500 now. What are we at? See, don't have it. I don't have it up. I know we're close. We're teetering, guys. We're teetering, and we appreciate everything that you do. Future for Support Force, a lot of big things to come in the future. We're working on a couple new side projects and fun stuff like that. That's going to actually help with the UI system a little bit more. For those of you who don't know, we've been hindered a little bit by Discord's whole debacle that they have going on with their updating and all this. They're switching systems and stuff, which isn't a big deal. We're staying on top of it, so don't panic. But it is something that we're working on, and with that, I don't know if you guys saw the debacle of the filtration system the other day, which was a super fun time.
That was actually a lot of fun for us.
It was. Yeah, it was great for you guys. I'm over here like this.
See,
I know Panic was too.
Since we broke the bot.
Yeah.
During Gulfstream, we broke the bot.
Yeah, exactly. On stream, it was a good time. But no, there's a lot of big things coming. A lot of some smaller things coming. Not everything is big. Not everything's like, oh my God, it's the craziest thing that ever happened. Some of it's small stuff you may not even notice, but it's just stuff that we've been kind of working on and making happen. I know for me, I would like to see a whole mess of stuff happen, but I am limited with both my knowledge and Panic's schedule because we constantly stack his 8 plates full of shit to do.
You talking about that guy doesn't do anything. We know that. Does absolutely nothing. And I'm super excited for all the stuff that's coming. That's going to be coming for Support Force.
Was that broad enough for you, by the way? I didn't cover anything.
It's very broad. I like it. You just took that brush stroke and just went.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm here to do, man.
The more you know. Or you do the Disney Channel, drawing the Mickey ears,
I need the thing, the glow stick.
Right. No, we're super excited about stuff that's coming in down the pipe for Support Force. It's going to be an amazing year. I think that this year is going to prove that that we are a, pun intended, force to be reckoned with.
Ooh, force fisting.
But it's going to be an amazing year. We're really, I don't think this is any secret or anything like that, but we really want to get partnered by Discord this year. And I believe it's 800 members that we have to have.
I think it's at least 800 or 850. I know it's one of those two. It kind of, it's like but it's based around a bunch of other stuff too. It's super fun to deal with.
And the only way we can make that happen is by you all out there believing in Support Force, bringing your family in with our family. Anybody that you see that, pops into your stream and stuff, you believe in Support Force, it's going to come through in your streams too. And you talk to them about Support Force and how they can help. How many people we've gotten affiliate in Twitch, that have come through and said, hey, I'm a couple followers away and just 0.5 viewership away from getting affiliate. And then we say, okay, you know what, let's go. That night you get it. We will come out and support anyone and everyone that wants to put forth the effort into it.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely one of those things that, don't tell them that when they jump in, they're going to immediately get there. That's not They have to get to know. We have to feel it out. We don't want to be a free service, essentially, if that makes any sense, where like, oh, you just bring in your buddies, they get affiliated, and then they dip forever. It's not really. We want to build the relationship with you. So it's something that we can, continue on and help you hit your goals. That's the biggest thing for us is when you see somebody that hits affiliate and then their next goal is like, well, I need, 300 followers or whatever. And then they hit that goal while they're in the server is like, that's like the payback to us. You know what I mean? It's like we did something that not only hit one goal, but hit multiple. And,
Many diehards here.
Oh no, is she talking ish? I'm not looking at the chat. You can tell her. I'm not looking at the.
Oh, don't worry.
Looking at it.
I'll relay it to her. I'll relay it to you. I mean, if she wants to start talking ish to you.
That girl's nothing but trouble. Let me tell you.
That's right. Brose was 20 followers away and got affiliated 29 hours after joining SUPForce.
That's crazy. I look at things like Panic, who got it in 3 streams. I look at myself, who made the switch to D Live. I obviously. See, I hate talking about us because it's not fun, right? You guys are like, all right, then it turns into a whole thing. But like myself, I made the switch to D Live, 7 months ago? I think we figured out the other night, right? It was like 7 months, 6.5 months. No, dude. You've been in D Live like 4. No, I've been longer than that.
No, I've been to D Live for 7 months, and you said it took me about 4 months to get you. So it's like 3 or 4 months you've been on there.
All right, so I've been on there for 4 months, let's call it. I think it's been a little bit longer than that, but we'll call it for fun's sake. And, I've hit my follower goals. I've hit my affiliate, my things like that, which is incredible. I see the same thing happening across the board for anybody that puts the time and effort in, which is super nice. I had a train of thought. Now it's derailed.
Mini Diehard says no ish.
Good. I appreciate her. What was I going to say now?
I know we're talking about people getting affiliate and reaching their goals. And, and I'll say this for you because you've said this plenty of times, is that whether we're a permanent home or a step along the road for you, we're okay with that. And we're happy to help you in any way we can. Oh,
absolutely. Absolutely. We see people come and go, and then we actually see people come back. So it's one of those things that, if you're here to hang out. If it's, life gets busy and you don't want to do it, then that's fine too. We're not going to hold anything against you unless you, it takes some serious work to get on that.
Yeah.
But no, we still keep up with a lot of people that, if we look at people that were here in the beginning compared to the people that we have relationships with now, it's full tide. A lot of them are still here. I would say probably 75% of them. Yeah. And it's great. I love it. I love seeing the new people come in, the old crew's doing their thing, and then people are getting big and having a great time with it. And I love it because we still all communicate. And that's just what it's all about, is that networking that he's talking about doesn't just keep you in one spot. Right. Explore, meet people, have a great time with it. Oh, and what I wanted to say, Diehard, I remember now. It's up here.
All
it's
right.
coming. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
The biggest thing I can say to you guys coming into the server and coming into SUPForce and coming in guns blazing and having a great time, all the suggestions we get are incredible and everything. We are we're fresh. We are like, we're 6 months alive now. 7 months. Yeah. 7 months alive. So just bear with us. I know there's a lot of changes happening. I know there's a lot of things that need improvement. We know we're just getting there. We're less than a year open, and we appreciate everybody's patience and awesome input on everything. And please don't be like, oh, I can't tell these guys any input on anything because they don't care. No, we care. Trust me. We care about all of it. We want to hear everything. And that's why Diehard says 1-800-BITCH-RABS is because I get to hear a lot of it. Which is perfect. That's what I'm there for. I am good at it. I enjoy hearing it. And I try to work with everybody the best I can to make what they're trying to do happen.
Right.
So that's the biggest thing I can say. We've done big things for some people, and it's just a great time. I don't know. I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face how awesome it is, but if you're there, you already know. And if you're not there, well, you're missing out. I don't know what to tell you.
Why aren't you?
yeah. You're missing out, man. I got nothing for you on that one.
Well, it's interesting because you could, talk about your base of people that, came in with the founders and that, and then you look at Brose and Lucifer and them, and then you look at, new people like, TikTok and Mrs. TikTok and Pop No Tarts and those people that are just fresh coming in and they're already seeing the benefits of everything because they network, they talk to people. If you're going to come in and you're going to sit in the corner and not say anything and just try to follow everything and get to level 5 so you can post your link, or get to level 10 so you can put the live now on, and then you still don't talk to anybody, you're not going to see the results of it. You got to get to know people. Like myself, I'm not going to just go out and follow somebody or drop donations or, spend time watching somebody stream if they're not an active part of the community. You can only try so much to talk to somebody, and if you don't get anything back, then you're like, well, I don't know what else to do. So if you want to get the full treatment from SUPForce, you have to communicate. And it's as easy as just coming into the chat and saying, hi. Somebody is going to say, hello, how are you today? And then guess what? Your conversation builds from there. In this world that we live in, of us going like this the whole time, just being like this. Yes, you're going to be on your phone and stuff to be in there, but it's communicating with people. It's the old-fashioned conversation you're going to have. Even if it's, sup? Hey, what's up with you? Nothing much, just chilling, about to play some games. Oh, cool. What do you like to play? It just builds from there. That's all you have to do. That's all.
Dude, and on top of that, we have Animal Force. Just post a picture of
a
penguin.
Post a picture of a penguin. You post a picture of your dog or cat. People will be like, oh, what's their name? And then, there you go. Yeah.
And people talk about their animals forever. That's like a whole thing.
Absolutely. Especially my dog Gunther. He's laying here next to me. He just opened up his eyes and looked up at me like, what are you talking about before?
Which brings up a serious conversation that we've had. I don't know if me and you have had this. I think we've had it once. But I know me and the ladies of the staff, because we strongly disagree on the whole baby talk to your animal thing. Is that a thing?
Oh, I do it. I do it.
No.
Yep.
No, you can't. I'm sorry.
I don't do it all the time, but it comes out every once in a while.
Bales is she's like 10, right? So that's 70 in dog years. I'm not going to walk up to a 70-year-old person and go,
what are you doing? You titty twisting them? Are you doing that?
Two cheeks.
That's not.
No, was up here.
No, cheeks are up here. You were like this.
They're not up here. Oh,
you were here. You were here. You were here.
I am not doing
your
that.
Arms were.
The cheeks.
Your arms were shoulder width. Your hands were shoulder width apart. Can I get a ruling from the chat? I know you all saw it. Was it look like he was giving titty twisters? He was here. He was here doing this, wasn't he? Not like this. He was like this.
I was like this. Right here. What is that? It was. We're not getting into it.
I wish I had the buffer. I'd go back and replay it for you. But yeah, see, Brose just said it. He goes, I baby talk to my animals so they know when I'm not doing it, I mean business.
No.
Brose says it totally nips. Lol.
Well, Brose, if they're your nips, then I'm in. All right.
But see, what I do with my dogs though too, and I don't know how many people do this, but my dogs have their own voices. My dogs have their own voices. Like, okay, real quick. That's Gunther down there. Hey, Gunther. Gunther. See? That's Gunther. We call Gunther Eeyore because he's like Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh. He's always, thanks for noticing me. So that's his voice. My dog Gunther, when we see him walking around, he's like, hello, how are you today? Whereas my dog Gabby, who is a Shepherd Collie mix, and she's about 30 pounds, so she's smaller. She's the older one. Oh, laundry done?
Laundry's done, buddy.
We call her Tigger because even though she's like almost 10 years old, she runs around like she's still a puppy and just boing, 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 boing. And I have her with like, not a gangster voice, but she talks major shit to everything. Like I have her walk next to Gunther and I'll just, my voice would be like, why you gotta be such a little bitch, Gunther? Like she runs everything. So that's what I do. I sit there and I talk for my dogs. More so than do the baby talk. That's my dogs. I give my dogs voices.
See, all right. So I can get down with the dog voice thing. I cannot get down with the baby talk animal thing. I just feel like it's that dog's been around. I can't. Somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, Rebs, oh, how you doing? Oh, you."
I'm gonna start talking to you like that from now on.
I'd be like, that's super degrading.
Oh my God! Just wait till the golfing on Monday. I'm going, oh, look at Raz, he's going to make that putt. Oh, it's such a cute boy.
But I look at my dog Bales, who many of you have seen in the chat because she's usually snoring on stream, and I usually have to wake her up because she sleeps literally here when I'm streaming, and on the couch, of course, and that's why she has her own cushion, which is the blue one.
Nice.
She's gross as a dog sometimes.
Yeah.
She does dog things.
Yep. That's what Gunther does. Gunther has his own couch in the living room.
Yeah. I'm not. Nope. That's
yes. Vickers says it. He goes, people who don't talk to their animals are definitely crazy.
Well, you could talk to them, but you don't have to talk to them like they're infants their whole life. When they're puppies, all right, I get it. You see a dog that's like, and it's a cute little puppy.
You almost did it. You almost did it. You were like,
did.
oh yeah.
Because
I saw the
puppy. It's a little puppy because it's a puppy. You do the same thing with a baby. You don't do so. Come here, Bales. Come here. I'm coming over, old girl.
Go ahead. Talk to her. Baby talk. Do it.
No,
do it.
Even she would look at me.
Do it. Let's see what she does.
You want me?
Oh, see, she's staying right next. She's locked eye and eye with you,
dude. She's not moving any way. Either way, this dog's not going anywhere.
Dude, she's like, do you really love me?
All right, Domino's.
Fine, whatever. Fuck you then.
Appreciate you. I know, you just want to hang out with Dad. You're like, you should be streaming. What are you doing? I'm on the couch.
Vickers goes, people talk to you like a baby Raz because you're still as tall as one.
So for everybody who doesn't know in the chat, Vickers is my cousin, and I've talked about in the server, who's like 6'5", 6'6", and bought me a step stool because I'm only 5'7". So we could have face-to-face conversations. Bought it for me for Christmas.
That's awesome. We got to get next time you guys are together, we got to get a picture of you two next to each other.
Oh, I will, bro. I'm like, my head is like nipple height on him. It's terrifying.
Oh, so you could go,
yeah, I could. Yeah. He's one I could do that to. I'm like the runt of the litter in my family. Like that whole side of my family is like ginormous, and I'm this little tiny guy.
Is that your dad's side or your mom's side?
That would be my mom's side, and it would be her brother and his whole clan over there.
Gotcha. That's cool.
Yeah.
So I know that you do a ton of stuff for Support Force. You do a ton of stuff for your family. You do the streaming. Do you have besides? Well, we've kind of had this conversation before.
Oh boy.
Well, I'm still going to bring it up. Is that we know you're
legal stuff?
Yeah, that's legal. We know you're a car guy, obviously because of your, what, you know what? Give the people what they want. Let's hear it. Give them a woo doggy.
What, is that what's going on in the chat right now?
Let's get. They're not saying it, but everybody wants to hear it.
Hit them with the woo doggy.
There you go. Your famous, video that you had on YouTube, where you're firing up that car. Now I know that because the reason why I say we've had this conversation because you have a vehicle. I believe it's a vehicle. I don't think it's a bike that you haven't touched in over a year, because you're really into cars. What's the project that you had that you haven't touched lately?
So I have an 83 Pontiac T1000. It's a Chevette for everybody who doesn't know, but it's the Pontiac version. So it's got wood grain interior. Mm-hmm. Well, used to. And we stuffed a 455 big block under the hood out of a Buick Riviera. So it's got now a 7-liter V8 in a 4-cylinder chassis. Mm-hmm. Strengthened everything up, cut the floor out, put in a 4-speed. Took the rear end out of the Riv, dropped that, put it up underneath the Chevette so the tires hang out like this far on either side. It's just a monster. It's part of the reason I haven't touched it. Most of the reason is this. The other 4% is it actually terrifies me as a vehicle. I've never been scared to drive anything I've ever built before. This one physically scares me to actually get it to run because I'm not entirely sure it'll hold itself back.
Wow.
It's something that I'm trying to street. So we extended the front clip, everything, headlights, grill, bumper, everything's been extended 5.5 inches. Radiator sits on the outside of the support, caged in, just to fit everything. Headers run out of the fenders. It's a project. We have all the pieces. It just needs to be assembled, but with streaming and SUPForce kicking off right in the middle of summer.
Right.
I didn't have time. I didn't have time to spend hours and hours out there every day.
Well, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing Rebel night streams working on the vehicle. That's what I'm hearing.
It's actually a thing in the works. So just stay tuned for this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I jumping the gun?
No, you're not jumping the gun at all. It's something I had talked about a really long time ago on my channel. I was doing like 2 nights a week outside. The only thing I fear is I don't do everything like the safest. So like I took an angle grinder, a cutoff wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I was cutting like body mounts off of an S-time frame for something I was doing. And it skipped off the metal and hit me in the thigh and missed my artery by like this much.
Ooh.
Yeah, granted, we bandaged it up at home and I finished the welds and cuts and everything that I needed to do. And
naturally
went to the ER like 6 hours later after it exploded again.
And you're like, the second time, you're like, yeah, maybe I should go get this looked at.
I was sitting on the couch and I got up to get a beer and it just started running down my leg. And I'm like, yep, we got to go. And she's like, well, I'm like, we got to go right now. Because it still isn't done. So we got to go right now.
Vickers wanted me to say, told me, Rabs used to abuse me as a kid. Ask Rabs about the time he slapped me when I was a kid and then tried to blame me for jumping on him.
I still blame you for jumping on me. It wasn't my fault. All right. So I used to hang out there because my mom worked all of these crazy hours. And so his dad, my uncle, used to watch us all the time. So he was, God, you're what? You were probably, I was like double digits and you were way younger than that. You were like 4 or 5. And their house was set up so they had a recliner and then a couch. And he would jump off the couch for some ungodly reason and onto me. I've always been small. He's always been a giant. All right. That's just, he came out big. All right. He's been big his whole freaking life. So we're in the same weight class. So he feels the need to jump on me all the time, 10 years apart. And I put my hand up and he had no shirt on and he had this big old tank and it went on his stomach when he jumped on me. Cause I went like this.
Yeah.
And his dad flew on it. You don't hit him. Rah, rah, rah. I'm like, I didn't do anything. He had a handprint, dude, on his stomach like this. Like, you would have thought I laid him out, and I was like, yo, just hold still for like 5 seconds. I just bare minted him. Now, there's been a lot of stories. I remember, Jake, you choking on Oreos, I believe it was, and your dad squeezing you like this because we didn't know what to do, and you just ejected Oreos out of your mouth.
Jesus.
We had a lot of good times there, though.
Pepperoni says that motor is going to rip that car in half. Ha ha.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm terrified of it. Everything is now, we put an X frame underneath it. We did a lot of shit. It was a unibody car that's now a full frame vehicle.
Well, I think I might have told you this, but I used to work with my dad in the summers when I was in high school, and it was for a company that was contracted through GM, and we maintained their entire show car fleet. And one of the cars was, I believe it was a Chevette, and it was a push me, pull me, where it had,
it's the front end on both sides.
Yep. That fucking car was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous to drive that. The force that when you hit it, it was just like, holy shit. Because for anybody that doesn't know, because you have front wheel drive and you have rear wheel drive car. This was both. It was an all wheel drive, except it was separate motors. So it wasn't like the drivetrain was all connected. It was literally, there was an engine in the front, there was an engine in the back, and it would literally pull and push you at the same time. So that fucking car flew, and it would get sideways on you real quick.
So I've seen them. I've never driven a dual engine car. I've seen them. That's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
We've done dual engine like lawnmowers and go-karts and shit like that, but never anything with more than like 4 horsepower.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
That thing was ridiculous.
You're not getting into anything like that around here. But yeah, I mean, we've done, in terms of building stuff, we lifted a Focus one time, 3.5 inches in the air, on stock suspension, all with spacer plates and everything else to put all terrains on it because it sucked in the snow. Then we took it mudding and ripped it all apart and destroyed it in the sand pits.
Right.
We've built a C10 on air ride one time. I've owned like 38 cars in my lifetime. I don't know. I've built everything. I built one of the all-time favorites of mine, honestly, and I couldn't keep a transmission in it to save my life. I had an 06 Ram with a 5.7 2-wheel drive regular cab shorty box. So it's like a 4.5 foot box. And we put diesel clutches in the tranny, shipped it out to Sheridan Performance, had all the shit done. And then they dropped the Challenger, and the truck ran the same time as the 5.7 Challenger, which I was totally happy with.
Wow.
They were nowhere near in comparison of anything, like horsepower wise,
right?
Weight wise, nothing like that. I mean, the truck was heavy. It was a lot of fun, but somewhere I have the slip of it. You know, it's like dead nuts the whole way. And the guy, I'll never forget it. 1212 actually filmed from the passenger seat, strapped in with the phone.
Right.
And the guy's face when I looked down just before, and he was like, because it wasn't lowered or anything. It was just a full size truck.
That's awesome.
Barreling, dude. It was such a good time.
No, I remember driving they had a 454 Super Sport Silverado pickup truck that they had.
Yep.
And that thing was fucking phenomenal to drive.
That was you're talking about the one from like the late 80s, right?
This was 90s. This is when they came out.
It was a square body, though.
Yeah, it was a square body because they said that they really, people were saying, oh, you can't put a big block engine in there, and then they fucking said, okay. The same thing with the Corvette. When they came out with the new body style, I think it was in 95, 96, the new Camaro body style, where they had like the rounded front end to it.
Yep.
And they said that, it's great, but you can't put a fucking big block engine in it. Well, of course, GM with their money said, oh, yeah, we can. And then they did it. And I got to drive that. That thing was pretty sweet to drive that thing.
Those trucks go for big money now. Those big block. If you can get one that's all bare bones and unpillaged, let's call it, they're big money. The color that everybody looks for is the burgundy that was released with them. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm not a Chevy guy. I'm a Dodge guy through and through. I know I'm building a Pontiac with a Buick engine in it. It's just that's what I have laying around, folks. Yeah. I don't discriminate enough to stop a build.
Right.
And also Dodge costs about 3 times more than anything else to build. But all in all, I'm a Mopar guy. I think it's this arm. Yep.
Yeah.
I got a fist holding the Chrysler wing. Says imported from Detroit. I'm a Dodge guy through and through.
Imported from Detroit, but never been to Detroit and lived in Detroit.
You're telling me I gotta make a way there? Or
maybe you do. Remember, we told 1212 there's lots of cricket stores here.
I know. You have shit weather. You have the same problem we have here.
It's not. I don't think it's. No, our weather's not as bad as New York.
Dude, you've been telling me it's like -6 there, all right? Or
no.
6 degrees. 6 degrees.
No.
Sorry.
You know what? It's going to be.
What is it right now? Let's talk about it.
Right now, it is.
I can tell you what it is right now.
It's 19 degrees right now.
Well, good. I'd be going for a 5-degree difference.
Well, there you go. See? 5 degrees always makes a difference, I don't
even know if your body can feel 5 degrees difference.
Oh, it can.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but it's going to be 44 and 48 this weekend. That's the highest.
Yeah, I didn't look that far ahead because I don't trust them for shit.
I might be in shorts during the weekend.
Nah. I don't even own shorts, bro. I don't know what we're going to do when we move. I have no idea.
Pepperoni says, my favorite was a 67. He says Skylark, but I think it's Skylark.
Skylark?
Yeah, till
Buick?
one when I was racing it and I got past the start line and back end dropped and both back wheels passed me up and I was so if I can just picture it, he just fucking floors and goes boom, boom. Fucking wheels just go flying past him.
So that used to happen with, I don't know what kind of wheels he was running, but that used to happen all the time with who's the big wheel company that's out there that everybody fucking knows?
Firestone? Hoosier?
No, that's tires.
Hoosiers. Wheels. Oh, wheels.
Wheels. Krager's, because they had the special lug nuts that didn't acorn.
Okay.
Their wheels were like pure aluminum and they were super light, so they used like a pinch system. Oh, they used to blow off all the time. That was like a normal thing. That's why they always tell you to lug your or retorque your fucking shit all the time, is because they didn't do that. I have wheels here that don't have acorn pits in them because they're not made for that.
Pepperoni says wide end slicks is what he was using on it.
That's what you were running? Nice.
Those were the rims I had. He's talking about the ones you said. Those are the rims he had on it.
Yeah, exactly. See, I know. It's funny. Nitrous in our server used to be in our server, who was a friend of mine, IRL. He does a lot of car stuff and still does. He was trying to get into this, but cars kind of sucked him in, and so did his career. But he's got a 62 Valiant, the one that looks like the Batmobile with the big fins off the back.
Yeah.
2-door. Car's gorgeous. It's got a 5.9 in it. And he runs not street legal slicks, but like dirt track tires.
Okay.
All the time. So they hang out of the, they're like this wide. They hang out of the car this far.
Right.
And he'll rooster in the winter, or in the, it's raining out. He'll throw roosters up.
Right.
It's incredible. It's just one of those things that you don't see until he mashes it, and it just peels all of it off and sends it up. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Super safe for everybody else.
Make sure people that you, if you got some questions for Rabs that you want to know, make sure you post it in the chat and everything.
Ask away.
I'm going to ask one. I'm going to ask the Rabs question. If you could be an animal, what animal would you be and why?
I'm not I'm not going to change my answer, because I still believe it's true and it still fits me very well, is that I would be a turtle. I just want to be a turtle, and more a tortoise than a turtle, really, because I don't swim. I'm not a swimmer.
Right.
Like a tortoise, right? And the reason to be a tortoise is like, I mean, I don't know much about tortoises, I guess. Maybe I probably should have done my research, but I feel like tortoises, they live forever. Like, there's got to be a gap where they just kind of, nothing really bothers a tortoise that's like 100 years old. You know what I mean?
Very true.
That's it. He just he does his own thing. He's not worried about anything. He's just eating kale and chilling. You know what I mean? And that's turtles. They just, in their lifetime of being 100 and some years old, they experience probably and see so much. Like, if you could talk to a turtle, it's 100 years old. I mean, realistically, how fun would that be?
Right.
Maybe it'd be awful. Maybe they're super annoying.
And
Maybe turtles are like...
And have you seen tortoise sex before? I mean,
I have. I mean, buddy, all the time. I got 2 kids. What do you mean? 1, 2, and 2 knows all about
it. Vicker says, Rabs, when we playing Smash?
Ooh, if you're in on, so Monday's not going to work. We got to figure out another day. So we got to figure that out.
And then Pepperoni says, I had a 67 Buick Skylark, the 350 model, and we put a 601 Pontiac in it and ripped my rear end apart.
Twice.
Wait, probably. What was it? Was it the car that ripped your rear end apart, or was it who you were with that ripped your...
Pep, what were you running for a rear end? Do you remember? Or did you just like weld it and send it? Because those are always fun. Go through McDonald's drive-thru and both wheels are spinning the same speed.
Marina says turtles are dumb. Kelly's not
turtles
here to say it.
I know Kaylee's not. She had to work late tonight. She's actually probably on the ferry.
Oh,
right now.
Pep said stock.
Oh, nice. Nice. So when you say blew your rear end apart, did you send the pinion gear out the cover? That's my favorite. I did it in the 06 Ram I had like 3 times. I did that. Fire it. Boom. Out the back. Right.
The first time? What the fuck was that?
Yeah. Then you just get used to it.
You're like, oh, did it again.
I will say, in terms of the wheels falling off situation, they put a roundabout in at an intersection, and in my C10 it was dual shaft, so it had 2 drive shafts with a pivot point and a pinion gear in the middle and all that fun shit. Garbage. We came through the roundabout, and I let her eat, which 1, 2, and 2 actually built that engine while she was on maternity leave for that truck. But I sent it around it and hammered it and sent the drive shaft through the wooden bed to the truck. Because I had it right to the boards, and it, you're talking 4,500 RPMs ripping a drive shaft through the wood. It's a good time. It's great.
Pepperoni said all the spider gears were ripped in half.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. It's just a donut after that. Once you start getting spin those spiders, it's round.
Right. Yeah.
I could talk cars all night, Diehard. We gotta get on the side house here, buddy. Jesus, this is a side of me you guys don't see. Nobody ever asked me about cars except for Banda. Banda's like on my shit all the time.
So any plans coming up for the family? Any exciting things going on?
Let's see. In terms of the family, well, Belle's been off of school for a week now, for winter break, and myself as well as herself are ready for her to go back to school. She's about had it up to here with me, and I've about had it up to here with her. I've argued with a 4-year-old a majority of my day. Just, it's a good time. Love her to death. She's literally like my best friend, but we are at each other's throats if we're in the same room for too long, just because she wants to do this, and if I don't do it right now, it's the end of the world. And I want her to do this, and if she doesn't do it right now, it's the end of the world. So we're both on the same page. We're fighting the same battle, and we haven't figured out quite how to get there yet. We have a great time doing it.
Nice.
Before we know it, we're both eating cosmic brownies, sitting on the couch doing nothing.
A bandit just chimed in and said, "Hell yeah, always." You just fucking say his name, and all of a sudden he appears. just poof. There's Bandit.
That's how it works, man. He's always in there. Oh, it cracks me up, man.
Pepperoni said, "Plus the hardest part getting that motor in the car was getting a drive shaft to work." He said drive shift, but I think drive shaft.
Oh yeah. You want to talk about it? I'm putting a 455 in a car I could park right between the couch and this wall. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to. The drive shaft's gonna be like this long. Terrifying. That's raw, unadulterated terror. Like I'm scared.
M says, "If you could live in any fantasy land, what would you live in?"
Like, are you talking like movie wise, like like the Marvel universe versus the Lord of the Rings universe, or you just like whatever fantasy I could ever want? How does that play? If I had to choose, let's do it this way. If I had to choose a fantasy world to live in, I would probably go like the one where Jurassic Park was a thing. Because I'm a huge dinosaur guy, and I would definitely go to that. I would have worked there. Fuck it. I would have worked there.
Los Islas or something like that? Something like that.
Like Isla Nublar or whatever.
Yeah.
Isla Nublar or whatever. Yeah.
There was 3 different.
There's technically 5, really, if you read the books and stuff. But yeah, that's the universe I would want to live in, because I would go there. I would work there. I'd be employee of the month all the time. I would love that shit. I don't even care. I would do stuff. I would touch dinosaurs, feed them.
Right.
Bathe them, whatever. I don't care. You know what? Dinosaurs, I'd probably talk to in a baby voice. That's how much.
Maria says, "You gotta love when your kids are exactly like you."
Yeah, exactly. Oh, 110%. My kids are dead nuts on.
Well, if anybody's met or spoke to or met Mini Diehard, they know that she is 100% me.
I've listened to her rap twice now.
Pretty much. So talking to you about, cars, and that's what, we talked about the family and, things that are on the horizon, like you ready for Belle to go back to school and that. Any firsts that's happened with Alistair so far?
What do you mean, like firsts? Oh, like terrible firsts? Like, oh yeah. Belle never got naked in her crib. This kid can unzip zippers, undo buttons. He's a wizard.
So he's you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, learned from his old man, I guess. But yeah, I walked in the other day, naked as a jaybird and pissing on the floor. Solid.
Brose, I think that's a dumb question. Would you make a TikTok with him?
Would I make a TikTok with you? Dude, so here's my thing with TikTok, all right? I'm not shy about anything, right? Like anybody who's gotten to know me for more than 10 minutes, I'm sure the chat knows at this point now, I'm not really shy about anything. TikTok makes me super nervous as a human being.
Why?
Like, I don't know. I have zero idea why TikTok makes me nervous. I can't do it. I feel like I look like an idiot, and I don't understand TikTok talk. I don't understand the whole universe that is TikTok. I don't get it.
It's like Vine. You did Vine?
No, I didn't.
I thought you did Vine.
Nope, didn't get that either. The whole damn Daniel thing right over my head. No clue. 1212 is like, all right, so Sam 1212 is younger than me by like 5 years. So her friends are younger than me by like 7 years. And they say things like fucking mint. And I don't know what that is. So now the big joke is that everybody just calls me Gramps because I don't understand. I'm not relevant. I'm not hip to the jive. I'm not any of that. So TikTok makes me nervous because I don't understand it. But Brose, if you wanted to do a TikTok together, I would do a TikTok with you.
Crown goes, that's mint.
Like, I know what that is, right? Like, yeah, that shit's mint. But she's like, it's got this whole thing, and I don't get it. And then it feels like you're trying to do the circle game to me because you're doing the OK symbol, and I don't want to do that.
Well, listen, you got probably about, how old's Butt Cheeks?
4.
4. So you probably got about 8-9 years, and then you'll be hip to all that. Trust me. You'll have to be. You'll have to be, because that's the way it was with me. I learned all that stuff. All the new music and everything was, that's the connection I had with my daughter, and that's how I learned most of this stuff, was because of that. It was funny because there's a YouTuber that she actually used to watch all the time for his vlogs, David Dobrik, and she got me hooked on it, and now she's kind of gone away from it, but I still watch it and everything. And then there was a TikTok of a girl whose father loved David Dobrik and would watch the David Dobrik videos with her. And she
best friends now.
His daughter actually got David Dobrik to come and meet him and everything, like come to his house. She like put a video out, and the guy wasn't even that excited. And I was like, I said it to Belle, and I'm like, are you serious right now? I go, did you see this? She goes, yeah. I go, I would have been going ape shit over this. And she goes, yeah, I know. The guy didn't even look like he was happy. I'm like, hello, idea.
Yeah, put it out there.
Get him into support force.
I'll say this. For any one of our community members that wants to do a TikTok together, I will muster up the courage to make it happen. I can't guarantee it'll be any good. I can't guarantee I'll even know how to upload the damn thing. I have a TikTok. I can barely navigate it. That's why I never boost for TikTok because I don't know what I'm doing. So, but that's the thing. I do have one. It's out there. I follow a lot of you. If I don't follow you, find me, because I don't know really how to find people. I search people, but then I don't know. It sends me to 15 other people. It's weird. It's weird. It's a weird thing. Too old.
I'm gonna get to M's question, and Brose, I wasn't making fun of you. I was just like, it's Rabble. Rabble's usually up for anything.
Yeah. I'll try anything twice.
That's why I was like, of course he'd make a TikTok with you.
Of course.
And then Crown goes, you don't know what that's mint means? He goes, you're younger than me. And then he goes,
I know what the word mint means beyond the fact that it's a flavor for gum and toothpaste. All right. I know that shit's mint. I know what that is. I don't know what the whole, she's like, it's fucking mint. Does this whole thing. I don't know what that is, bro. Some kid doing whatever, I don't know. I know what was it? Damn Daniel back with the white Vans, or whatever. I know what white Vans are. They're shoes that are white, and they're Vans. I get that, but I don't know what that whole relevant term means. I don't know when it's proper to use it in society.
Crown also says, "Pocket it like a butt." That one I don't know.
Dude, what? Yeah, me, man.
And Marina goes, hip to the jive. Yes, you're definitely old school. And Vickers and Brose just swipe and double click.
No, isn't that the Tinder? Isn't that the swiping?
Well, that's swipe left or swipe right, not double click.
Yeah, but isn't this scroll and this is swipe?
Yeah. So scroll is like this. You just go like that.
Well, I'm just saying you can't. I don't think you can swipe on TikTok. Is that how you maneuver? Is that why I can't get anywhere? Because I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, you're trying to do it
I'm trying to go up and down, and it's really side to side.
All you got to do is, you swipe up. Okay, let me see the next one.
Yeah, that's scrolling.
Let me see the next one.
That's not swiping. Yeah. That's scrolling.
Right, because swiping would be this way and this way.
Right. Okay, so I am doing it. Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Don't give me shit. You're giving me bad information, chat. Don't give me that shit. Just give me bad info.
M says, if you could be a dinosaur, which dino would you be and why?
Ooh, that's actually a super easy one. I'd be a Pachycephalosaurus. They're the ones with the really hard heads. But not from the ones from the new Jurassic World movie. That was Stegosaurus or something with the ones with the big horns.
Why would you have one with a super hard head?
One, because I have a super hard head. But no,
you said it, not me.
They're fast, and the top of their head is actually made of what your bones are made of.
Okay.
So they can take huge impact. It was awesome. I don't know. It's just one of those skeletal things. I just really enjoy that, and I would want that. One, because I would just wreck people's faces. That'd be a lot of fun.
Brose said, I'd be a Boomersaurus.
Wow, bro. You called me a boomer in the dinosaur term. Wow, bro. Wow, go watch some SpongeBob.
You're not a boomer though.
I'm not. I'm like this. We went over.
I'm not a boomer. I'm not a boomer, and I'm the pop of the group.
Can I tell you this? You know what I learned the other day? I'm a goddamn millennial, which is disgusting. I was born in '90. We weren't millennials when this all started. Just so you know, you guys needed some backup in your stupid arguments. So you were like, "Ooh, bring those guys in," and we hate you too. So. You and your Zoomer era crapple, get out of here.
Hey, Gen X. That's all I got to say. Gen X.
I was Gen Y, and then it became millennials when they needed backup in like 2001 or 2002.
Yeah, Pep. He goes, there used to be a link for, there used to be a channel for links. I know we renamed it. It is...
support members? Is that what you're looking for?
Is that what it is? Support members? Yeah.
Support members is where you're going to put your link to your content as long as you're level 5.
Yep.
Absolutely. So. Look at that. Boom. I didn't even have to get a DM for that.
Vicar, Zoomer versus Boomer versus Millennial. One huge free-for-all.
Oh, dude, I'm in.
Yeah, that's what's funny is that they talk about the boomers, the baby boomers, and then they talk about the millennials and Gen Y and that. And then they always just say Gen X is just back here like, hi, we're just here.
Yeah. I want to be, can you take us? I don't want to be in this shit anymore.
All right, you know what, Rabble, it's just for you. I'll make you an honorary member of Generation X. Come on over here with us.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you. That's the best news I've heard all day.
Marina does say, LOL, you would be that dino.
That's fucking mint.
Or the one that Marina would appreciate it. Do it for the gram. Bitches love the gram.
Do it for the gram. Oh, you know what I learned? What a Visco girl was. I learned that like a month ago. Whatever that is. It's like a girl who takes pictures at the beach, but she's not at the beach. And then they have that thing, the metal water thing. What do they call it? It's not a flask. It's something else. And they do the noise. Dude, if you don't know what Visco is, bro, you're really missing out.
I don't know what that is.
The chat knows. I know Marina knows.
Yeah, bro, they just goes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a thing. I don't know. I don't think I've ever met a Visco girl, but it's a group of people who do things together.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to look.
It's like it's a program before Instagram, I think, if I remember correctly, or it like edits your pictures for Instagram. I don't know.
So you said it's Visco girl?
Yeah, but it's like VHSCO or something. It's I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, you're talking to the wrong guy.
Brose, you got to send me that if you know what it is.
What, Visco girl?
Oh, VSCO.
Yeah, is that what it is? What did I say? VH something?
Yeah, you said VH.
VH.
Visco girl is a fashion trend or subculture that became popular among teenagers in the summer of 2019. The term refers to the photography app VSCO. The fashion choices are relaxed and easygoing and include oversized t-shirts, scrunchy, metal water bottles, Crocs, and beach-related fashion. Yeah, my daughter's obsessed with the Hydro Flask.
Yeah, Hydro Flask. That's what it is. That's the word.
Yeah.
Whatever that shit is.
Yeah, she's like, we got her like one from, like Marshall's that was another brand, and she's like, oh, it's not a Hydro Flask. Like, what does it mean? There's no difference. It keeps shit cold. That's all that matters.
There's a huge difference, just so you know. I don't know what it is, but there's one out there. Somewhere on TikTok, there's a description of what the difference is. You just have to scroll to find it. You just have to get in there and figure it out, and then you'll know.
Fucking Rose. Today we taught my dad what a Visco girl was. My sister is a Visco girl. Oh my God, Rose. Tell me you give her shit for it, please.
Oh, dude, I would give so much shit for that. See, it's funny. Like I'm turning 30 this year, but anybody who talks to me, like I grew up in a whole different world. Like we didn't have cable TV till I was 16. It wasn't even ran on our road. Like it didn't exist. There was no way to get it. We didn't have internet. We didn't have none of that crap. So like when everybody talks about like when, remember anybody who's my age, remember how like MTV was like, oh, parents were letting their kids watch MTV? Yeah, that was never a thing, bro. We didn't even have MTV. Didn't exist in my fucking world. I didn't know what MTV was until like I was like 16. And Just
They don't care about the ocean. They make like they care about the ocean, but I guarantee you,
no, they do that. What's that?
reading this, there's no way they care totally about the ocean.
What's that thing? They're the people that use like metal straws and all that crap too.
Yeah.
What's that? Four Oceans? Is that the one where they like get the plastic out of the ocean and they build bracelets out of their
That's right.
plastic bottles? Yeah, my sister went and did that actually. My family lives in Florida. She went down to the beach and did that stuff, which was super cool of her.
Oh, stereotypical catchphrases include "and I oop."
Oh, and I oop. Yeah, all right. Jim taught me about that. That's the noise of the top of the hydro flask. That's what it is. That's how terrible they are. Oh.
Brose says, "Hydro flask, messy bun, big t-shirts, and sweaters. That explains my sister." Ha ha.
Jesus.
Are you saying Kelly's a Visco girl, Marina? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think Kelly's a Visco.
I don't think she is.
Kelly. So there's a difference between somebody who's like not like nature. How do you put it? Like a conservationist.
Yeah.
Conservationalist. There's a difference between being a conservationalist, like she is, where she works with these animals all the time and has devoted her life to like doing that crap, to somebody who's like, I'm going to use a metal straw and I'm not going to do that. And I'm going to have a hydro flask and then I'm going to take pictures for Instagram. Okay. That's a very large difference in group of people.
Right. That is a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Some do it for the gram and some do it for the fam. Just saying. Boom.
And others do it for the private snap.
That's right. Private snap. OnlyFans? Thought about it. Big brain moves. Thought about it.
Including our girl, Katie Olay.
Oh, I bet she did. Did she have one?
Oh, she does.
We need to get her into sport.
Yeah, you could go ahead and run her through that. Could you imagine Could you imagine that pod?
Oh, God. I'm out. So earlier you had asked big things for the family and stuff, and I kind of jumped through it with like relevance of right now.
Yeah.
We are looking to move. Sam she's worked with Cricket Wireless now for a little while, and she's actually like last week she was number 3 in the whole Northeast region.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean she kills it. She's incredible. So we're looking to relocate, and we're just waiting on to hear what stores are available and things like that. We're going to go south eventually. But she likes her job, so I'm not going to make her like quit her job and then we'll move and then have her find another job. I'd rather her stay within her company because,
right,
you know, good companies are hard to find.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, they're tough out there,
especially ones that value their people.
Right.
You know?
Right. I mean, granted, we could have relocated to Pennsylvania already, but the weather's no different, so
right.
Doesn't do me any good. That's what I told him. I'm like,
right.
Nah. But yeah, so that's some big things that are happening with the families. We're looking probably 2021. I will be out in New York, which is incredible if we can make it happen.
Be incredible before the winter of 2020 starts. You know,
that don't bother me, man. They make trucks big enough to haul half our shit, so I'm not bringing any. You know, I'm not gonna bring a lot of this with me.
Yeah.
I would probably just charge somebody rent to live here, so I had a place to stay when I came back up to see everybody. No, and then big things I've got on my end would be the big announcement that I kind of talked about.
Go right ahead, buddy. Go at it.
That's it. And it's like, you know, everybody's like, oh, big announcement. It's not like, Jesus, you know, I'm going like Team Blue or some shit like that. You know, you guys can catch me on Facebook. No, we're not. No. Jesus. It's something a lot of people have been asking me to do. And people that I've communicated with, and IRL peeps especially, and I'm gonna totally link dump the fuck out of this. By the way,
I'm
already on it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna actually share it on the screen.
All right. Well, then I won't post this until after. So, we are launching our merch store. It's a thing. It is a thing. It's a little weird. We're through StreamerLoot.co, is a company we had looked at. I've looked at a million different freaking companies. I have been rounds the internet. So we have t-shirts, ladies tees, flip-flops, leggings, mugs, stickers, hoodies, zip-ups, socks. I don't know what else is in there right now.
There you go, everybody. There it is right on screen. You got the RabbleRods beanie, you got the RabbleRods snapback, you got the mugs, socks.
It's not on. Is it on screen?
Yep, it's going to be there. It's just a delay.
Hey, don't yell at me.
RabbleRods leggings,
Yeah.
Stickers, hoodie, flip-flops, the drawstring bag, Samsung case, iPhone case, the zip-up hoodie, the ladies tee, and the logo t-shirt.
Now, what I will say is that there is a re-envision coming for some of these items, which is fine. If you would like to order them, and here's this. Boop. And then for everybody that's in here, oh, it actually let me. Cool. I thought your chat was going to yell at me.
Nope.
The other thing is, guys, for everybody that's in here, for the first, what are we doing? It's 2 weeks. Code Rabble, RABBLE, 10% off. My merch is only marked up like 10%, so it's at cost. Just go enjoy yourself. You know, there's some things that are more expensive than others and things like that, but everybody's been bitching and moaning that I've never had any merch items, and I can't say everybody. Most of the people I come in contact with bitch. So I ordered a half for myself, and 1212 is ordering leggings, and that's my big announcement, guys. We finally have a merch store. You finally can rep some stuff. We're still going to do giveaways. We're going to do all that fun crap as it comes through, and it's going to include some of this stuff as well. I know coming up for like the next big goal that I'm going to push myself for, I'm going to do a swag box. So you're going to get a couple different things.
Nice.
So that way we can make that happen. Yes, I ordered my hat and now your leggings.
Ooh. Oh, angry face.
Yo, be mad. I'll order your freaking leggings tomorrow. Relax. Jesus Christ. See how she is? Women's.
Nice. Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
All right, then.
Well, can we talk about the price difference between a snapback and leggings? By the way, leggings are expensive. Trust me.
Stop talking. She's tearing you up.
She always is. That's her thing. You know what, though? That's why we connect so well. But no, so that's my big announcement for tonight, guys. And it's RABBLE if you want to order anything for the next 2, maybe. There might be an extension there. I don't know. But I know definite 2 weeks.
Nice. That's awesome. Big moves coming across, you know. Very happy for you. And, you know, believe me, it is, damn it. There's well-deserved, well-deserved for you, my friend. We are all excited and all behind you on this journey that you're going through, and there's no doubt in my mind that you will have success in it, because if there's anything that we know, that people who are actual characters and show their true self on stream, they always do well, and that for sure is you, my friend. Everyone has a good time and has a good time watching you, and anybody who plays with you, including myself on Mondays and other times, it always makes for good content and good time, as well as, you know, even when you piss me off when we're playing Apex and I don't speak at all.
45 minutes. Can I say that none of this would be possible without any of you guys? You know, even from the top, working our way down, and all the way from the bottom and working our way up. Each and every person that's part of the community, that's part of my community, that's been with me from whether it's the beginning where you started following yesterday or even today. I appreciate each and every one of you for sure. It literally could not be done without any of you. I'd still be somewhere with one viewer, and if you have one viewer, stay on the grind. There were many a time that I was done with this. Stay on it. Yeah. Do everything in your power, change whatever you need to change, adjust what you need to adjust, stream more, stream less, stream at different times, get your socials out there, do everything in your power. Because if you go to your job every day and you give 30%, you won't have a job for very long. And this is exactly the same thing. Yeah. If you come into this and you expect to just, I'm going to play games and I'm going to do that and it's going to be great and amazing, people are going to love me, it's so much more than that. And stay on it, give it 110%. If you want to make this a lifetime thing, you got to get on it. And that's it. You just have to push through and do everything in your power that you can. And we're here to help as much as we can, whether it's advice on tech stuff, better use of socials. I didn't know how to use half of the socials when I started. As you can tell, I still don't know how to use TikTok. Thank God I have a community, and you guys have the same community to go to and be like, hey, how do I do this? Because Brose wants me to do a TikTok with him. He's now going to teach me how to use TikTok. Look, man, just saying, it sounds like a super fun time, because you can ask anybody on the staff team that's tried to walk me through my PC problems how fun that is.
Well, it's funny that, you know, just to give a quick thing here is that you talk about, where there's times where you're ready to give up, and you've talked me off of the ledge with that, where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm fed up with this. Nothing's happening and everything else. And you're like, you know what? What happened to the guy that always says, don't look at the numbers, don't care about all that, just go out and go have fun? And it was like, you told me, you're like, you want me to be honest? And I'm like, yeah, I want you to be honest. And you like, you can honestly say it too. Ever since we had that conversation, it's been different.
You're a different guy.
Yeah. So
see, it's funny. I have this conversation with a multitude of people, and the one difference I always see, and this is how I tell if what I said actually worked or if I'm just full of shit, is I start seeing Instagram stories and Instagram posts that weren't there prior to that conversation. They were there, but they were kind of lackluster, kind of this and that. Yeah. I noticed you've been getting back on that bandwagon. I love it.
Yeah.
I love seeing it.
Absolutely.
And I always know it's you because it comes from two.
Well, I had my personal, and then I had the actual one. So I was like, why not share it out there? And then what I wasn't doing before that I am doing now too is since I created that the Diehard Facebook one that I had when I was trying to figure out about streaming there, I share stuff out to there now too.
Yeah.
And just do it out there as well. So hit them all. That's good. So,
and that's one thing, guys. If you ever need to be talked off the ledge, or you just need to be, you need a swift kick in the ass, call me.
1-800-BITCH to Rebs.
Yep. Hop in a DM and be like, yo, I need to talk. We'll work on it.
But just remember, if you ask him to be honest, be prepared.
Oh yeah, I'm an honest guy, and I'll tell you where I see the faults and where I don't, and what needs to, what you should work on.
Right.
And don't take my advice as godsend, because it's not. But it's another way to look at things.
Right.
My thing is like, Diehard, you talked about it earlier, like the success and this, that, and the other thing. I was going to interrupt you and say, I don't know how you guys do it. I have no idea how you sit through that my streams. I try to, when I'm editing for YouTube, I'm like, the fuck is this guy doing, bro? Like, you're your own worst critic, but there's things that people see that you'll never see, and people, what people do and whatever else. And it's funny to look at it that way, and it's something you don't normally see. So it's nice to have another eyes on your stuff, in my opinion. Same goes for me. I ask people all the time about shit. So thank God I have that wife up there who clearly just, yelled at me in chat about leggings. She is not afraid to hold anything back.
Oh, and she also did say that you need to get to cleaning that living room.
What's wrong with my living room? What, this little thing right here? I think that's a dent from the hammer, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's not.
Yeah, she says you need to clean that living room.
What's wrong with the living room? That's great.
I don't know. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Right. Looks great. The chair over there is so when the baby gate's up over here, the dog and the older kids can get over into the living room.
No, no, the pillows, she says.
What, this pillow right here? Is this pillow the problem? I'm leaving it there forever. I might stitch it in place just for fun.
The war has begun over the pillows.
I always wanted to like sew the comforter to the bed.
Yeah.
Around her. Like a cocoon.
Oh my God.
It's been one of those thoughts I've had before.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep like that, man. I have to flip around and everything.
No, but then how do you get out? It's all the way around here. You're just.
She goes, yes. If I wasn't in PJs, I'd fix it. Well, if we don't have any more questions, if you have more questions, go ahead and put them in the chat. I'm going to give Rabble a couple of minutes here to say something to the crowd and everything. And Mrs. Rabble says, let's talk about your third eye.
Oh no, stop, bro. I was so nervous about tonight that I started to break out. I got a huge one on the side of my head and it's awful, bro. We're not talking about it. We're not talking. It's why I've been sitting like this the whole night over here, because it's over here and it's casting a shadow and shit.
Oh Jesus.
Wow, bro. It's funny. These are the things that make me nervous though. Like you guys, like streaming, not nervous. Discord conversations, not nervous. Yeah. DM conversations, not nervous. Anything you guys need help with, because it's more businessy at that point. This stuff, TikTok. When I do my Instagram stories that I'm going live, they take 3 or 4 different tries. I'm like, no. I'll get halfway through and I'm like, hey guys, grandma's favorite streamer. Check me out on dlive.tv/. fuck. And then
Yeah.
I have to read that because I am terrible under pressure. And so I have been, and you remember we talked about this when I interviewed you, that I was super nervous. I get super nervous.
Nah, you don't show it. You honestly don't. I'll tell you that.
Well, thanks. I appreciate that because I'm sweaty and I'm breaking out.
Sam says, can you get closer to the cam? I need to see your eyes.
Nope. Yeah, hang on. How's that? Perfect. Jesus.
Clip that.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's going to be everybody's
right.
Screensaver.
Do a boomerang of that if you go like this up to it and everything and back it up. That could be on your Instagram story and get ready to go live.
Oh, God.
So go ahead, Rabble. Go ahead and have your Rabble thought of the evening.
Oh, my Rabble thought like you guys haven't heard me yap for fucking almost 2 hours now. No, guys, just stay supportive, stay awesome. The biggest thing I can say is, you guys do a great amount for each other. Keep doing it. You can't grow just yourself if you're not going to grow other people too. It just doesn't logically make any sense. Be a team. Let's all get there together. And stay supportive. It's incredible. You guys do incredible things, and I feel like you guys don't see it sometimes. And I've heard it from different people who are like, they fall off a little bit, and I'm like, nope. I'm like, you can't appreciate the good times without the bad ones.
Right. Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing. I mean, I don't want to like shamelessly plug myself. I'm not.
Go. You need to.
I'm not into that. Listen, you guys know where to find me on.
Listen, everybody, make sure you go out there. It's RabbleRods. It's all the same on Twitter, on Twitch, not Twitch.
Twitch.
Twitter.
I am
on
still
Instagram.
There.
On Twitter, on Instagram, on DLive, all of the socials, TikTok, Clutch, all the same. RabbleRods. Make sure you hit him up. Hit him up out there. Hit him with the likes. Remember, he's a featured creator for the next 2 weeks. You get an extra 25% bonus on any boost you do in Support Force with him. So make sure you do that.
So all you guys that are trying to rank above 10 and hold that 10, I'm your guy.
Yeah.
Everybody is. You can. So we've done experience with this. Only using featured creators stuff.
Right.
And shout outs. You can level regularly.
Oh yeah.
We shout out a person daily. And I get questions sometimes. I get questions all the time, and people are like, "How do I get a shout out?" Just hang out and be active. We just pick people that we know.
Right.
It's not, you can be there like 2 days and get a shout out. You can be there like 6 months and get a shout out. We just go with people like if we pull up the list, because if we pull it up and there's nobody that we know, then we have to move to a different list, and it's not our fault for not knowing you.
Right.
Because we check with 15 different staff people. You know what I mean? It's funny.
Mrs. Rabble says, hit him in the third eye.
Oh, my God. I could say some stuff, but it's going on YouTube, so I'm not gonna.
All y'all in the chat, I did put a new sticker in the channel stickers that you can use at the end of what I'm about to say. So please use them. I gotta change it so it's bigger and you can see it better, but it's there. So thank you, everybody, for coming out. Really appreciate all your support on this podcast. It's amazing. We really, really appreciate it. I appreciate you coming out and supporting Rabble. He is an awesome, awesome, awesome guy. Not just a content creator, but just an awesome human being to begin with. I really appreciate the friendship that I built with him, and love him to death. And thank you, my man. I really, really appreciate it. To everybody out there, make sure you hit all those follows. Make sure if you are active in the chat, not just a lurker, if you're active and you're actually chatting and everything, make sure you put #podcast at my username with the DLive emoji in the boost channel. We'll get you 2,500 experience points for that. So thank you for all your support and everything during this time. And just remember, everybody, that happiness is a state of mind, peace, love, and financial security. All if you're going to have sex, work, condom, help control the pet population if your pet's spayed or neutered. And remember, as always, stay blessed. Have a great night, everybody. All right, buddy.
Yo, I'm trying to find this new sticker, bro.
It didn't upload. Damn it.
Oh no, dude! I was super nervous. Still.
Oh no, dude, you're good,
thing,
man.
Bro, look at that thing. Nope. No way. No way.
Wait, what was it again?
No. We're not drinking. No.
What?
Yeah, no.
What are you talking about? I just want to see it.
Yeah, no.
Well, hey, awesome job as always, bro.
Oh, right back at you, man. You killed it on these things. I love it. It felt nice. Felt like I've never been on one by myself. I mean, we did the one where I interviewed you, but I was that guy.
Right.
And I was in the founder one where I had like no hair and I was dressed up and
Yeah, we'll see. When you're the host, you actually have to come up with the questions and everything else and what you're going to steer the conversation. Where you're at now, all you got to do is just listen to me and just vibe off of it and go.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't, you know me. I'm a viber. I'm a vibe off. I'm not a vibe on.
Your wife got it. She put it out there, that sticker.
Your wife got it? I don't even see
If you look at the chat.
Oh, right there?
Yeah, it's from New Girl.